Go ahead.
Jeff, they came out in that zone, and it just took a while for you to either make shots or find the right people to get in the right spots to make them. What was the kind of the evolution of what you're doing?
Well, we knew that they were going to come out in the zone. They'd played zone the last 4 games. We start off, we missed a couple shots. We get an offensive rebound, we score. But our problem was at the defensive end the first half. Yeah, we missed shots in that first half as well, but we gave up too many points in transition. We turned the ball over. I believe what they end up with in the first half, points off of turnovers, which is something that we look at hard to make sure. They had 10. They had 10 points off of our 10 turnovers, and we had 1 off of their 12. You just can't do it. If they turned over, you have to convert. And unfortunately, that's what they did against us. And then they scored in the paint on us all day. I mean, we went man, we went zone, we tried to double, and Amber Brown played a heck of a game. She played a heck of a game. This league right now, I don't care what your record is. Everybody's battling. Everybody is absolutely battling. You got, Boston College, which is a huge win against Florida State today. They just gone and won at NC State. They're playing with a ton of confidence. Who did Miami play today? That was Virginia Tech, Miami, with a huge win at Miami. But you can just go back. It's why I try to tell people. I'm like, oh, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Everybody's good, and they have been good. We win by 1, I think, at Miami last year. Our games against Pitt, our games against Georgia Tech, last year at Tech, we win by 2 on a last-second layup by Emily. Just look at the games. There's 1 or 2 that come through the year that we get out and we shoot it well, like our game at Pitt. But, they weren't just going to give us easy baskets in the paint. We're going to have to make outside shots. Haley really had some huge ones in the second half. CC obviously, and I thought Narika was outstanding. I was just really excited for her after everything that she's been dealing with. To be able to come out and play as well as she did in a really big game was great.
What was that like in your 2013 team in town, getting them around the team at practice and stuff this weekend, and just letting the team see you?
Well, we didn't really have a bunch of time for that, because most of the players actually arrived after our practice. So we had a few that were there during practice, which was great. But the thing about it is, what y'all have to realize, the ones that are playing were 9 and 10 years old. My 9-year-old loves to watch basketball, but I don't know if she would sit there and remember a game if all of a sudden she's going to a school someplace. Oh yeah, I watched you on TV. You're 9 years old. So, what we've done is just try to explain how tough our teams have been here in the past, how we've competed, how we run through a wall. If we don't score, we're not going to let you score, and that's our biggest challenge right now. When we don't score, we get emotional, and then we don't defend well. So we really have to work on that.
Jeff, what you were talking about, Narika, when you get that effort from her, it makes you totally different. You kind of don't know night in and night out. How do you kind of manage that now moving forward? Still the same way? I mean, she's just going to tell you when she feels good? Yeah.
I ask her. Yep. And is it hard? Yeah, it's hard. But, I'm not going to throw her out there in a game if she's not ready for it. Sure, I love to win, but I'm not going to try and do it at someone else's expense. So, Reek had a big smile on her face when we went into the locker room and I saw him go in. I'll talk to her tomorrow, see how she's doing. And, school starts up tomorrow. And I think she's got 19 hours. And trying to take 19 hours so she can graduate in May. And unfortunately, not one of the classes is being taught in Japanese. So, it's a challenge. But she works hard. She's a great young lady, And I was just really, really excited for her.
Jeff, with mentioning that 2013 team, Haley said that's a team that you guys have been talking about over the past couple weeks in practice. I guess what was one thing I guess you want them to take from that team, and how much did you see just that grittiness or that toughness come down the stretch in today's game?
Well, I think the one thing that I talked to him about is we had Bria Smith, who I believe was a McDonald's All-American, and Shoney may have not made the McDonald's but made the WBCA when they had that. Sarah Hammond. But then, we had a Monique Reed, Antonita Slaughter, Sharon Vales, kids that just came in here and believed and had a passion and, worked, and they played together. They played with joy, and that's one of the things I keep telling our players is if you don't play with joy, man, it's a tough game to play. You're putting in all this work, at least put a smile on your face and go out there. I'm not saying everything's going to be perfect, but you got to compete. We show them film. It's like just do the best you can, but the best you can't just be, I forgot. I didn't do it. Like, try to box someone out. And if they make a great spin move on you, a swim move, and get by you, hey, you tried. Nobody's going to keep somebody off the glass the entire game. And then at the same time, it's like nobody wants to miss a shot either. But I keep telling them, as long as you take shots you practice, eventually it's going to go in. But I thought Haley overall with 7 assists, I thought she played a really, really good a good game overall, but a great second half. Because I'm not what she have 3 assists in the first half. Is that what it was? I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm going through all this. Yeah, so she had 2 assists in the first half and has five in the second. She did a great job of finding her teammates and getting others involved.
Kind of piggybacking off, I guess, obviously her points are what everybody sees, but how much have you said just her overall game as far as those assists, finding teammates, even rebounds has really evolved this season?
Well, it's not just she guards too. I know some people that really don't watch the game or really understand the game might sit there and say, oh, you can't play her 4 minutes. She's not guarding. Yeah, she is. We keep track of points given up in games. And she's always one or probably top 3 on the lowest ranking. And, some can say, well, she plays 40 minutes. Well, that's true, and that's 40 minutes of opportunities someone's going to score on you. And we even if you foul, it's -2 against you. So I've just been really impressed. Her and Koss tonight really got out and guarded. Haley gets credit for the steal, but Koss was the one that got her hand on the ball there with the 3-point game and just kind of sealed things for us.
Yeah, Jeff, to bounce off that, you mentioned at the end of the game that still just that you saw that energy there. How much is this team growing when they're having these type of grind-out games? Because I guess it's back-to-back games where they just have to find ways to win.
No, we are. It's what you have to do, but we've got to get to a point also where we can figure out a way to put some people away. We went on a really nice run there in the fourth, right start in the fourth, and we get up 7, and it's like, come on, let's finish it. And then we foul and 1, turn the ball over. That's where I'm talking to our group about, where we've got to get stronger in those times. When we're ready to put somebody away, don't let them get the opportunity to get back in the game. But the last 2 minutes, I think did they take a 1-point lead with 2 minutes left or 3 minutes left? So I was really proud of how we kept our composure, and we made some big time shots. We're down 4 with 3:15 to go. That's what it comes down to. You've got to figure out ways to win games.
Jeff, right before that tip, Casa took that charge. She took the charge, then she got the tip on the steal, then she got the defensive rebound. Well, after they had got an offensive rebound, it's just kind of her, isn't it?
No, it is.
Over.
It's something you can't teach. It's heart, it's passion, it's grittiness. She understands the game so well. She's in the right place at the right time. It's what makes her so good. and she has been an absolute joy to coach, and I'm just going to enjoy this last 12, 13 regular season games with her, whatever we have, then hopefully a deep run in the ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament.
This crowd, 9,200 today, obviously got really behind you all.
They're awesome.
In the fourth quarter, they were awesome, weren't they?
Yeah, they're great. No, and I tell our kids every single day we're out here, don't take this for granted. It doesn't happen in a lot of places. I mean, our fans are amazing. Our fan base. I appreciate our administration. They helped us with our get together last night, and it was just a first class event for our players. It made them feel really, really good. You come back after 10 years, and they were. It was just first class. It was really, really good, and the smiles, to see them smiling, and to have a chance to meet their children and spouses was pretty special.
One more player. When Olivia's out there and doing her thing, you're a different team too. At times, it seemed like you're having to use her minutes, and she's dealing with fouls in the second half. But her ability to offensive rebound, how big is she?
Well, she's big. I mean, I want her to get some more shots. I want that reverse pivot. I want her to shoot that. I mean, that's her shot. She practices it. She took the free throw line jump shot. That's fine. That's her shot. She makes those. I thought Liz had some big shots there for us in the second half as well. And that's why I tell her, take shots you practice, and that's fine. They're going to go in because you practice them. But she is a presence in the paint. She does a great job of pursuing a basketball. And again, she comes up with 9 boards tonight.
I know CC as the point guard has the ball in her hand a lot. Is this a CC you need more, the one that's hitting 5 threes a game, or do you need the one that's distributing the ball more?
Well, she had 4 assists, 0 turnovers. I mean, if you have 4 assists tonight, you've got a chance to be an All-American. So I thought she played a really, really good game, did a nice job of distributing the ball as well. Really just trying to continue to watch film to see if we can't get a little more out of our transition. Not necessarily layups, but knowing where your teammates are that are shooters and drawing to and kicking, those are the things that I think we can get better at. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, great crowd today.